Hey, good Friday morning, everybody. Steve Bell here for Team Goran, Remax Care Realty, with your Friday. Get out and safely take advantage of the beautiful weather. In sports, it was a busy night in the NHL. Several games, including one over at Little Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit, where at least the Red Wings got the first goal, but that was it. Darren Helm had a goal for the Red Wings early in the second period to bust up a scoreless tie, but it was all Nashville after that. Victor Arvidsson led the way for the Predators. He had a hat trick last night. UC Saros made 25 saves. By the way, the Predators are hot. They've won 9 of their last 10. Arvidsson, by the way, had a single-season franchise record, 34 goals just a couple of years ago, but he had been cold recently. He only had 5 goals in his last 39 games. But oh boy, he was firing on all 8 cylinders last night in that 7-1 rout of the Red Wings in Detroit. By the way, Jonathan Bernier played goal last night, made 25 saves. He struggled at times, but we'll wait and see. Pretty good chance. Bernier, a veteran goaltender, who has a fairly decent record, playing on obviously one of the NHL's worst teams, the Red Wings, may get moved. One of the NHL clubs in contention may be looking for a pretty good, reliable backup heading towards the playoffs. The trade deadline, of course, is next week. Red Wings, by the way, playing Carolina both tomorrow and on Monday as well. Elsewhere in the NHL, Connor Hellebuyck made 36 saves. The Jets get a big win in Montreal. They downed the Canadiens 4-2 last night. Josh Morrissey, Trevor Lewis, Nikolai Ehlers, and Andrew Kopp also had goals last night for the Jets. Philippe Danault and Paul Byron scored for Montreal. Jake Allen again played net last night and made 23 saves. The Jets on a pretty good roll these days as well. Devon Shore busted up a tie with 7 minutes to go, and Mike Smith steady in net. The former Sudbury junior made 39 saves, helping Edmonton down the Senators 3-1. Boy, Edmonton wishes they could play Ottawa every single game. They played them 9 times this year. Oilers won all 9 meetings. Kailer Yamamoto and Jesse Puljujarvi had the goals in that game last night as well for Edmonton. Connor Brown did score in the game for Ottawa. He set a franchise record 6 consecutive games now with a goal for the former Leaf. The Canucks and Flames postponed a COVID protocol last night. Wait and see when the Canucks do get back into regular season action. And as I mentioned, a busy night. Other winners last night included the Islanders, Bruins, Hurricanes, Lightning, Devils, Penguins, the Dallas Stars, all with wins last night. The Maple Leafs were off. They played them all night at home against DJ Smith's Sens. In basketball in the NBA, the Bulls defeated the Raptors 122-113, 3 straight wins now for Chicago. Canadian Chris Boucher had a career high, 38 points in that game last night for Toronto. He also had 19 rebounds, but the struggling Raptors in the rebuild, of course, missing a couple of key players again last night. They dropped 15 of their last 18. The Raptors play the Cavaliers over in Ohio tomorrow. Corey Joseph had a season high at 24 points last night and 7 helpers as well against his old team, with the Pistons getting a much-needed win. They beat the Kings out in Sacramento 113-101. Pistons continuing on their 5-game road trip this weekend. In baseball, David Fletcher, a 2-run base hit in the 11th inning. The Los Angeles Angels spoiled the Blue Jays home opener, of course, in Florida. Yeah, with COVID protocol, unable to come into Canada. So the Jays, at least for the time being, it looks like now, until at least the end of May, the Blue Jays will call TD Park in Dunedin, Florida, their home stadium. Again, the Blue Jays lose it in extra innings, 7-5. They did get a couple of big homers, including one from Vlad Guerrero Jr. last night. Toronto's first 3 homestands will be in Florida. This is the first time it's ever happened that the Blue Jays, the only team in Major League history to have 3 straight home opening series 3 years in a row in different stadiums. In Florida this year in Dunedin, last year, of course, in Buffalo, and prior to that, at their real home in downtown Toronto. Elsewhere, the Tigers off. They open a weekend series against the Indians this evening over in Cleveland. In golf, it is the Masters. Wow, the course looks absolutely beautiful and playing a whole lot tougher than it did when they had it last fall due to the coronavirus. Justin Rose, no problems at all. The Englishman lit it up yesterday, 7 under, 65. He's got a big lead going into round 2 today. Again, only a dozen players able to break par yesterday. Difficult conditions, greens very fast. Again, Justin Rose, 65. Brian Harmon, who got in as one of the last players eligible, and Hideki Matsuyama tied 4 strokes back at 3 under par, 69. Several golfers at 2 under. They include Patrick Reed and Webb Simpson, Jordan Spieth, despite a triple bogey at 7 when he knocked it into the woods. He shot 1 under for the day, not bad at all. Mackenzie Hughes, by the way, out of Dundas, just outside of Hamilton, he's a top Canadian at level par. Corey Connors, +1. And defending champion Dustin Johnson. There's a huge group of golfers, a couple of shots off the pace. That includes Dustin Johnson, Phil Mickelson, 3 over. Rory, Sergio both 4 over par. Mike Weir, the former champion, 6 over par. In curling, Canadian Brendan Bottcher out of Edmonton assures Canada's spot at the upcoming Winter Olympics, if and when they are going to be held in China. We'll wait and see. Botcher with a big win yesterday over Norway, 6-4 at the men's championship going on in Calgary. And finally, in motorsports, yes, NASCAR had the weekend off last weekend. No, they're not running Sunday. One of the Saturday night races under the lights. NASCAR will run the Blue Emu Maximum Pain Relief 500 at Martinsville Speedway. By the way, if you happen to hear Goran recently, one of Goran's videos that he put out, the average, listen to this, the average sale price of a home here in the Windsor area in the month of March, $532,000. For the people that were wait last year, thinking, hey, honey, let's wait a little bit, maybe the prices come down. No, now is a great time to buy or sell. You got to get into the market. That's up $176,000 since last year. You can capitalize now. The market is extremely active. And whether you're a buyer or a seller, the smart move is to call the only guy I would even think of calling, Goran Todorovic. Again, if you're looking into real estate, buying, selling, investment properties, contact Team Goran, Remax Care Realty. Hey, have a nice weekend, everybody.